In this video, my friend Mona Maza joins me to discuss the NorCal Backgammon Championship 2024. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy, and with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, in this video, it's my great pleasure to welcome my friend Mona Maza.
Hi, Alex and everyone.
How are you doing today, Mona?
Fine, thank you, and thank you for having me.
My pleasure. My pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you, and you're joining us from the Sacramento area. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Are you originally from Sacramento?
No, I'm not. I'm originally from Marin County, which is
Okay.
on the other side of the San Francisco Bay, on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge. I moved up to Sacramento in 2020.
Okay. So not too far. So that's great, and I'm excited to be discussing this upcoming new tournament. Before we discuss that, how'd you get into backgammon yourself?
Well, I guess about 6, 7 years now. When my kids moved out, when I
Hmm.
finally got rid of my kids, I had some Mona time, some disposable time. It was wonderful. I always enjoyed playing any numbers game, card games, any numbers games. So I would play on my iPad, and Google Play recommended Backgammon. You might like this, Mona. And I thought, oh, wow, I remember that from the 70s. Let me try that. Well, I don't know. It was about 2 or 3 minutes before I was like hooked. How
Yeah.
about, yeah, I was
So
all about it.
So your kids were out of the house. This is a question I'm interested in for myself because I have two kids. One is almost 9, the other is 3. How old were they before they were both out? Just so I know how much time I need.
Well, it is kind of subjective, and coming from an Italian upbringing, from an Italian background, you tend to keep your kids around a little bit longer,
Yeah.
and I would not recommend that. They were 23 and 25.
All right, wonderful. And I know you've been running the backgammon club in the Sacramento area. Tell me about that. How long have you been doing it, and how's that going?
Well, it's going well. We've recently added a couple of more weekdays, thinking this may provide opportunities for players that could not typically get there on a Saturday. So we
Okay.
play 3 days, 3 days out of the month. Our website is the Sacramento Backgammon Club.com. If anybody wants to check that out, there's also some resources, some hyperlinks on my site to help players kind of acclimate, learn, and improve. I wanted to play live backgammon. I wasn't sure how to do that.
Hmm.
So I Googled it, and, when in doubt, Google. And I found the Berkeley Club, the Backgammon by the
Yeah.
Bay.
Right.
It's a great club. That's Ted Cheese Club.
Yeah,
And Berkeley, that's kind of my old stomping grounds.
yeah.
So I would trek down there. It's about an hour and a half drive in good traffic, and down near the university, and just loved playing live backgammon. And it just so happens the players in that club are some of the best in on the West Coast. So it was an awesome opportunity, but I wanted to play closer, even closer. So I thought, I'm just going to start a club. I'm just going to start a club. And that's what I did. And recruitment of new players is an ongoing task for any club director.
Right.
Um, and in the Sacramento area, although large in numbers, citizens, I don't know how large it is in backgammon players,
Right.
but we just keep trying. So we get anywhere from 8 to 15 players when we meet. So it's all good. We have
That's
fun.
great.
Yeah.
So you have those regularly, and what inspired you to create this tournament, the NorCal Backgammon Championship?
Well, that's a good question. Um, Alex, thank you for asking it. I have run ABT events in the past. I've run non-ABT events in the past. I do like organizing. For me, it's a labor of love, and it's like organizing a backgammon party
Mm-hmm.
for a bunch of backgammon players, and I enjoy that kind of thing. I am a project manager by vocation, so there's a lot that goes into organizing these. Um, a lot of sweat equity. I'm good with that as long as I know my players are having a good time. So Ted Chi in Berkeley and I were contacted by the Bear River Casino Resort in Humboldt County, um, far North California, asking us if we would run a backgammon tournament up there. And I thought, oh, wow, well, that's interesting. I'm up for a new project. Ted Chi, Ken Bain, who's always been a part of my team in terms of troubleshooting, supporting, mentoring. The three of us talked. We talked about what it would mean, what um, we would need to consider in agreeing to this. I had a couple of conversations with Gary, the events director in Bear River, and so one of the things that Ted Chi loves to compete. Ted Chi is
He
a
does.
competitor, yes, and the king of side events. He's cashed many events. He's the best. He knows a lot about backgammon tournaments, but he doesn't necessarily want to organize them. No, not necessarily. He adamantly doesn't want to organize them, but
It's a
he
lot of
was
work.
right. He will support me in whatever way I need. Always has. So we talked about what some of the criteria that would make this a successful event. And one of the things that we talked about, all from a player's perspective, our motto is organized by the players for the players. So as players, we know what we want in a tournament. We all have a different perspective. Ted being a competitor, are enough side events? Is the playing room um, um, large enough space? We don't want to be crunched in. Ted was about, or excuse me, Ken was a lot about accessibility. Is it how easy is it going to be to get to? What are the Ted had actually played, or Ken had actually played in that casino before, played I believe poker. Had been to the casino and said it's a really nice casino. Um, and then my criteria for a good event is, do I feel welcomed? Do I feel respected? Are the organizers approachable and amicable? Um, and the hotel room. I really want a nice room. Um, So the next objective was I drove up there to just check it out and before committing to anything. And I was so impressed. It's such a beautiful casino resort. I stayed the night. The rooms are beautiful. Um, the playing room is 3,000 square feet. So there's plenty of room for plenty of players. Um, so I met with Ken and Ted and about my findings, and we said, okay, let's commit. So that's what we did. That's how we came to it.
Very good. So I'm excited to discuss it. Let me go ahead and pull this up so we can look at the website. I will put the website of your club, the Sacramento. What was it again? Just for me to note, please.
The Sacramento Backgammon Club.
I'll put that in the description as well.
Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure. Very good. So, are you able to see this now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Here's
So
my website.
yeah, this is the website. I'll put a link in the description so people can look at that. So we can see this. I'll just go ahead and navigate through this, and you go ahead and guide me through this. Of course, it says the NorCal Backgammon Championship. That's for Northern California. And you mentioned it's at the Bear River Casino Resort in Loleta, California. So we'll see that shortly, and it's going to be September 26th through the 28th, 2024. We'll look at the brochure in a moment, but I'll let you talk about this. I know you said organized by the players for the players. So go ahead and either read that or tell us what that's about, please.
Um, my goal is to organize and provide an event that is player focused. And as players, Ted, G, Ken Bame, and I, um, we have a great appreciation for what the players would determine a good event. I've also spoken with many players over the years, and polled them on what were some of the things they were looking for in a tournament. And I would like to be able to provide that to him.
Right. What was
So,
the feedback?
well, if you scroll down a little bit
Yeah.
to this box, this was huge. Um, the cash prizes was huge for them, as well as what other fees are involved. In some of the tournaments, you can pay anywhere up to $100 in added fees. We don't assign any of those. So there's a 95% return in the main and up to 100% return in the side events. Um, there's no hospitality fee, there's no resort fee, and there's no other added fees like membership fees. Excuse me. Um, right now, we have $2,000 added, and that will be afforded to many of the positions. I'm trying to spread that money out as much as I can and still keep it meaningful.
So
Although
that's great. I know like a lot of the tournaments there are fees and there's no additional prize money and the return is lower. And part of that has to do with, organizing and paying for overhead. How are you able to manage all this?
I have my ways, Alex.
Okay. That's great.
Um,
Okay.
full transparency, the $2,000 added where we stand right now, the casino seated at 2,000. That's where that money's coming from. However, excuse me, I am speaking with other sponsors right now, and that amount is likely to increase. So stay tuned on that.
That's fantastic. Okay, great. So let's scroll down a little further. Here
Not
we
much
have,
more there.
what's that?
There's not much more on the home page.
Right. There's the team. You, Ken Bame, Ted Chi, lots of experience there. And then you have the contact information at the bottom. So if we go to the next part of the homepage, we can look at the venue. So this is going to be at the Bear River Casino Resort. And let me scroll down here and you can tell us about this.
Um, some of the amenities include, and I don't know if this is really considered an amenity, but I put it here. We are offering a free shuttle from the local airport to and from the casino. The airport is the Humboldt County Airport. I believe the acronym is ACV. It's a smaller airport. If this is a rural area, when Ken was talking about accessibility, one of the things that I did was look and see to determine there were enough flights coming in and out of the area. So I looked at the airports on the West Coast and including up to Denver. There are flights, however, somewhat limited. If you're coming from outside of the area and there is not a direct flight, there are connecting flights from SFO. There's a lot of flights coming out of the SoCal, the Southern California area.
Okay.
LAX has a lot of them. So the shuttle that I worked out with the casino um, is scheduled um, according to when flights are arriving and departing, as well as the tournament schedule, the 26th to the 28th. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those dates were identified to accommodate flights in and out of the area. There has been some discussion about accessibility given the remote area. This Northern California, the Humboldt County, is an absolutely beautiful area. We'll get to that part of it in a minute. But it is very rural, so it's kind of out there. But it is accessible um, via air, and it's about a 4-hour drive from the Bay Area.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, I have players coming down from Canada. They seem to be okay finding their flights. I help them a little bit. If anyone needs help identifying a flight schedule, please feel free to email me. As you pointed out, my contact info is on the site.
Okay. Very good.
There, we are offering a complimentary daily breakfast voucher. So every person registered and booked a room at the hotel, whether it is you as a player or a family member, receives a daily breakfast voucher that can be redeemed at the cafe there in the hotel.
Okay.
The hotel has 2 restaurants. I've eaten at one of them. It was absolutely delicious. And the cafe is where the breakfast voucher. So you're fed every day. Um, there's a little kitchenette in every room, meaning, there's a little mini fridge, coffee maker, microwave, room service, pet friendly. Um, then your other standards, Wi-Fi, there's no charge for the Wi-Fi. So if you scroll down a little bit, Alex, this pictures of the casino. Again, it's an absolutely beautiful facility. Full casino, slots, card games, dice games, in between your backgammon matches or at your breaks.
Looks beautiful.
It really is. And then the rooms are gorgeous. That's the one thing for me. I really have to have a nice room. I like to rest at the dinner breaks and kind of rejuvenate. So I spend time in the room. I was very impressed with the rooms.
They look beautiful.
If you were to scroll down a little bit, these are some of the restaurants, the room service. There's an indoor pool. There's also a family center on the compound. It's not within the casino. It's a huge compound. So there is a family entertainment where, kids can go and play little arcade games as well.
That's great. It's for
I
the
would,
family.
right. I would like to think of this as kind of a destination as well. I mean, bring your family. I do have a couple of players that will be bringing their family members. So, and it was kind of a make or break for them. If I can bring my wife and my daughter, I could probably come. You can absolutely bring your wife and your daughter.
That's great.
So, yeah, they'll be there. And then if you scroll down a
Mhm.
little bit, it's some of the attractions. When I was doing this research, found some super cool things to do up there. For me, what I really liked is the Legend of Bigfoot. It's the home of Bigfoot. I don't know if you know that.
Really?
It's very special. Yes. So, and that the legendary home of Bigfoot museum, if you will, is about 10 minutes down the road from the casino. The beach, the coast, is about 5 or 10 minutes. Ferndale is a um, really beautiful little Victorian town. They have hiking in the Fern Canyon, and some tours in the Canyon. There's also Humboldt Bay has a beautiful bird sanctuary. One of my players in Sacramento is a bird watcher. And he was so excited that this tournament was happening because he does bird watching tours. And he said, "Oh, that's Humboldt Bay. I can't wait to go up there." So he's all about doing that as well. And then I don't know, this was interesting in doing my research. Um, Cannabis tours. I went, "Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't even know anything like that existed." Well, I have to put that there. And of course, some of my players were very excited about that. So, um, Humboldt County is known for being a cannabis mecca. Not
Really?
sure if you were aware of that. So, yeah, there's lots to do up there.
There's lots to do. Okay, so let's go to the next section, the schedule. Here we go. I know it's Thursday, September 26th through Saturday, the 28th. So I'll let you go through this. This is the first day, Thursday, the 26th.
And again, the schedule was developed based upon flights coming in and out.
Right. You said that on Sundays there are no flights or something like that?
No, on Mondays.
Oh, Mondays. Oh,
So,
okay.
so players coming from out of the area have to have an opportunity to catch a flight. So
Right.
Sundays there are flights.
Okay.
Um, at 3 p.m., registration begins and finalizing registration. I will be offering complimentary hors d'oeuvres, snacks, drinks, and then we'll start the jackpots at 4. There'll be a short dinner break, um, and then we'll resume at 8. I will be adding additional side events based upon players registered and in attendance at that time, as well as player requests. So I will be asking the players, what kind of a side event would you like? Um, Again, I really want to keep this focused on the player experience. So I would like to be able to offer side events that the players are truly interested in, which could likely be a continuous entry event like a DMP or a 2 point, because I know Ted loves those.
He does.
Yeah. And maybe a 4 player blitz, and I would offer different entry fee, like a $20 entry fee and a $50 entry fee, giving all those players opportunities to register.
Okay, very good.
And then Friday morning, we're going to start the main event um, with the main beginning at 11:30, and then we have another dinner break in the afternoon, a longer dinner break, and then we will resume after dinner. We'd like to finish up in the evening around 11 p.m., but we have some flexibility with that. The casino has been very accommodating. They're just, they're all about this. They're really, really into this.
Good.
And then Sunday, we will finish up.
This
And
Saturday, you mean?
pardon me. So I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. Saturday, and then I'll be offering complimentary lunch on Saturday.
Very good. So that sounds like a good, not too long tournament, like within 3 days. And that's fantastic. You have some more information here. They can register here on this link, and there is some information. You just click on these links, right?
Right. Click on the hyperlinks. It'll
Mhm.
take you to the registration page, and then the side events. Um, the jackpots, the Yogi Bear would be
Mhm.
um, equivalent to a Masters or Open, and the Boo Boo Bear. Alex, I'm not necessarily whimsy and like a theme in my tournaments. It's just not, it's just kind of not how I roll. But Ken Bain says, "Oh, I have the best idea what to name the jackpots." And so he came up with Yogi Bear and Boo Boo Bear. I'm all, "Oh my God, Ken, that is so corny, but I'm going to use it." And then I found these little Yogi Bear and Boo Boo Bear pictures that I thought were so cute. He goes, "Oh, we need little picnic basket trophies for that." I said, "We don't need to go crazy with it, Ken."
It does make it unique. So here, there's information in terms of reserving the hotel, the shuttle, the breakfast voucher, and then there is the brochure, which let me see if I can pull this up. Are you seeing this brochure now?
No, sir. Oh, yes, now I am.
Okay, so this brochure has everything that you discussed, and it can be downloaded, and the registration form is on the reverse side,
And you can mail that in. The mailing address is on there.
right there.
Um,
Okay.
or, excuse me, I'm sorry. Or you can scan it, PDF, and email it to me.
Yeah, okay. So that's good.
That's fine too. You can Zelle your payment, mail your payment, or bring cash the day of the event.
Lots of options, lots of
Lots of
options.
options.
Okay.
So, in looking at some of the amenities we're offering as well as the payouts, I really feel as if our tournament stands out with regards to that. I mean, there's not a lot of tournaments that you can go to where they're going to feed you.
Right, right. I think this is going to be a really exciting tournament because it's the first time you're doing it. It's in a unique area, being in a rural area, so there's a lot you can do, like with the family and things like that. The all the amenities and the lack of registration fees and the payouts and the additional prize money is fantastic. I know there's a hotel there at the casino. Do you happen to remember what the fee is for a hotel night? Or was it on it?
169.
Yeah, and that's not too bad.
And there's no resort fee.
No resort fee, and you get all
Right.
those amenities. So that sounds like it's fantastic. Wish you much luck and success. I know we did go through most of the things on your website and all the details. Are there any other details that you would like to mention or any final comments before we conclude?
Um, One detail I like to mention real quick is I've ordered the trophies. I
Ah,
know I know for some players that's huge. Not every player, but a lot of players that trophy. I really wanted to find something unique. I really did some digging. Um, I found some absolutely gorgeous trophies that I'm terribly excited about. Um, when they arrive, I will post those as well. So stay tuned for the trophies.
will Ken Bain be excited about the trophies?
I don't. He's not as much. He's not as much as a trophy guy. But I tell you, who will be excited? Who keeps asking me is Long Nguyen.
Oh, okay.
And Long keeps asking me, "Did you get the trophies? Did you get the trophies?" He's all of it. So yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. We'll go ahead and conclude. Thank you again very much to my good friend Mona Maza from the NorCal Backgammon Championship. Again, this tournament is going to be held at the Bear River Casino in Humboldt County, September 26th through the 28th. All the details are on the website. There will be a link in the description. So if people need anything else, they can go look at that and read everything. Thank you to the viewers for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing everyone in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.